It's your boy Extra. I am the voice of NC.
I am the noise of NC.
It's my
That's the sound.
Sound out here.
and the sound.
Boom.
Bam.
This is the Welcome to BULLPIN Radio, the vodcast, the video podcast where we'll talk about everything in local and far out. Dance, street culture, music, fashion, anything that fits it. This is what we're here to do. There was no voice before, and now it is.
Yep.
So welcome to our first podcast. We got quite a few things to talk about.
First off, I don't know if y'all like talked about what the purpose of the show is.
Not on camera, no.
No,
not on this.
Okay. So, a while back, I was watching Breakfast Club, right? And I said, dang, dancers are artists. And it's crazy because we don't get that platform. We get pushed over because we're dancers. But dancers make music videos popping. Dancers make songs popping. Dancing is a rhythm to a beat. So I felt like, yo, we need to create a platform for dancers to be on the radio because we are artists and we do represent the community locally.
We're the new celebrities.
Pretty much, man. And
We are the Kanye West of the arts culture.
We've been the celebrities. We've been the voice. That's why people always wanted to get the popping dancers in the videos. What's the most popping dance going on? They got people that were doing that. The reason why you seen like the Harlem Shake, the A-Town Stomps, all that different stuff.
Or the Running Man and the new Running Man.
When you hear a song, a certain song, you know the dance that goes to it. So I definitely agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, and we trying to get this to where we had a platform for North Carolina dance. We're trying to take it to the East Coast dance, but we're gonna start with North Carolina first. We're trying to create a platform where we have a place where everybody can come together. We actually are gonna make a website probably in 2 months or a month where we promote events. We promote local people in the area, workshops, classes.
Yeah.
We're trying to get the scene more organized. We're trying to make it to where people know who's out there because I know, all us growing up, we didn't know where the dancers were. We had to go to the parties. That's where a lot of you battle dancers' first battles happen at the parties.
Or in high school cafeterias like myself and then parties.
So and by all means, this is for the community. So your job as the viewers is to allow us into your network, so then that way we can understand how to be better over here on this side, and also let us know what's going on, your events. We're only as good as our community. We gotta keep up to date with other things, but the community has to keep up to date with us. So even if it's music, even if it's fashion, even if it's events, just like you said, if you want to know where classes are, workshops, and all that stuff, let us know. So then that way, this video cast, this podcast, these are outlets and ways for us to be able to plug you into those different things. If not be able to do that, but plug you into the person that's best suitable for you.
The biggest problem in dance is people travel, but they don't build the community when they come back.
Before we even get to
No. I'm saying this is the point of the podcast. The point of the podcast is to get that knowledge and get that culture, even if it's different cultures, and put it into a box. So people can open that box and they can see, okay, this is what the dance culture is.
Pandora.
Right, that's how it's feeling. And in the bottom of that box will be hope, which will save the world of dance.
And at the end of the day, and black excellence.
Always, you see what it is, bro.
Let's not forget that.
Just because I'm a little light skinned, it's more time.
Let's not forget that. But, a lot of times I feel like we could talk about the problems and so many different things, but we also got to, put out solutions. Put out even small examples of things.
And we're not against other people, but we are about the authentics. And we know the authentics is true dance, where we come from is melanated.
It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's honesty. Some of it is based on opinion, but it's an honest opinion. This is not an opinion where you need to feel threatened because these are the same people that would still help you and even put on you. So, I'm not.
So now you know what we're about. I guess we can tell you who we are and kind of briefly what we do. So my name is Extra. I go by the voice of NC of this podcast. I'm an all styles dancer, crumping, popping, tutting. I try to pull from break up. I don't do it, but
fusion dancing.
You know what I'm saying? they fusion. But I say I'm a collective of the street style, street culture of the movement. I am a founder of a street dance league in North Carolina called Greensboro Underground Dance League, and I work with these gentlemen as well to help throw a lot of events here locally and maybe even some out of state. And I'm like your number one host of all time, hands down, the best host in North Carolina ever to do it. That's kind of and I've been dancing. I don't even like to keep track of years. I say since the 5th grade, because my best friend from the 5th grade told me he remembered me doing my first wave, so I just start there. And I'm now 25, so y'all can do the math from that. Shit, it's me.
Yeah, it's a nice story.
It's a you make it quick, you know. But
I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have seen my face over the years. It's your boy Native.
you know what I'm saying? Nigga.
That's so cocky, wasn't it? That was so cocky. Hold on. Yo, it's your boy Native.
Get your weeds on.
I mean, a small little history. I've been crumping for 10 plus years. I lost track of time with it just because I didn't born and raised out of Pasadena, California. I didn't seen it. Came from clown dancing to crumping, so it stuck with me. I stuck with it.
Why that's clown dancing?
I'm Young Bullseye. I'm under Ton Eyes and Miho, the creators of Crump. So yeah, that's nice. But just a little bit of the history. I am a North Carolina Crump dance veteran.
Hey.
I've been here for a long time, just as well as my brother right here. He'll introduce himself, but I've been around this movement for a long time. I done seen the OG stop dancing. I done seen so much going on, and I've seen the negative and I've seen the beauty that has happened with Crump, especially for the fact that North Carolina has had so much talent over the years, and never quite promoted the longevity of it. So, you know what I'm saying, I've been here for some time, and now outside of battling, I want to share and spread knowledge and just try to open up my community a little bit better. But other than that, y'all gonna see me battling, y'all gonna see me do all this other stuff that I be doing. But
It's Mock. I'm originally from Washington, D.C., moved down here when I was younger, grew up in this area. That's how I found dance in this area. So technically I'm from North Carolina. I'm the most underrated dancer, crump dancer in North Carolina, and I will bang on somebody who says different.
Mock life.
I've been doing this just as long as he has. Well, maybe like a year or two. Came from, let me see, dance background. You tell me your dance background?
I just said the styles I did.
Okay, I started off popping. Everybody came up watching Chris Brown at that time frame. I watched breaking. You know what I'm saying? I had cousins that put me on dancing. They showed me Chris Brown. They showed me the session. That's why I came in love with Crump, because it was a energy and vibrant dance. But I'm looking, me as a person, I'm looking to build the dance scene because I want to promote authenticity. I don't know if I said that right.
Authenticity.
Yeah, this
Cool.
That's a hard word.
We got it. We can edit that.
authenticity.
Man, pretty much authentic stuff, man. I'm a very authentic person. I like to be upfront. I like to be straightforward when it comes to dance. Yeah, man, I'm here to build a scene. That's pretty much it, man. Represent the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Hype Fiends. I roll with this, man. Hype Fiends. He's the bleast.
The bleast. He said he's the bleast. It's always Bull City. I'll never forget it.
Every day. Natural selection happened in Raleigh. Actually at NC State. Well, we're right across the street from now. But we don't go to state, so we're not supporting them. But I'm just saying, shout out to Wolfpack.
Shout out to Raleigh Rockers, man.
And Raleigh Rockers.
Raleigh Rockers, period. Just shout out to Raleigh Rockers for just being rocking and rolling.
One v one.
I was a judge there. Open styles judge. I feel like
Or all, I don't know, all styles, open styles, what is it?
open styles judge. We need to start using terms correctly now.
According to
But in courting, okay, never mind. Open styles judge, all styles judge, whichever it says on the flyer, that's what I was. Now, I believe that not even believe, I feel like the event itself was dope. I feel like Raleigh Rockers put on really great events. Like,
I think it was really organized.
yeah,
It was
like Raleigh
organized.
Rockers really do great events. Like, it feels good. They're very welcoming to all aspects of dance, even all ideas of dance, and they definitely implemented Crump well. He was a judge there once. I was a judge at the last event, and I appreciate the quality of dance that's there. I feel like a lot of times
NC showed out and VA.
I feel like there's a lot of times like I will say this. I think we need to up the pressure more on what we allow to just be like okay to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
I agree completely.
I feel like the competition is dope, but a lot of times it's just the same types of things going on.
Yeah.
One thing that I will say is that the music selection over the Raleigh Rockers events have been a lot better. At first I was kind of like, because I just didn't feel like it brought the edge of hip hop that it needed to, but it definitely gave people the freedom to move.
Yeah.
But I will say,
the cipher tracks is crazy.
yeah, the cipher
Shout out
tracks.
to,
The cipher tracks is
Mickey.
always crazy.
Mickey and the other DJ they had. It was something some white boy that was crazy.
And again,
Shout out
it's into no disrespect or disregard for the vision that they have. It's just as a judge, like I want everybody to benefit on their styles and kind of benefit to hearing all different kinds of music.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't have to just be straight hip hop. Sometimes it doesn't have to be just straight. You know.
But be careful with that, because what I will say to your point, when you say different types of music, still embody the culture of like the dance.
No, of course.
Because people will say that and they will play
embody your culture of your dance. But,
Miley Cyrus and
yeah,
it's all stuff.
but again,
It's like, nah, bro.
but
Look,
again,
what's the salsa music though?
but again, it's
Salsa
there
music.
is
Get
no
the sauce.
there needs to be a wider range
Yeah.
of music being played to test dancers,
Facts.
like test your actual skill on
Facts.
dancing.
Yeah,
I don't think that there should be. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think
in my
so,
opinion.
but I also think there's some tracks that are corny. It's okay to play corny tracks, but if you're battling
Yeah, but
somebody,
it's still-
it
it's
need to
still
be
music.
embodied.
This is the biggest
It should
problem.
embody
I said this earlier. The problem is dancers don't want to become artists.
Oh,
Yeah,
want-
that's crazy.
They want to be in a dance form. And that's kind of like,
hang them out.
take it off of Crump. I'm gonna say Crump one time.
That's an idea.
Bad Guy 5. Did you ever watch him? Bad Guy 5, Junior NY. Yeah, that is the definition of
artist.
Of an artist, man.
In every way.
His mind is so far past Crump sometimes.
Salah as well.
And shout out to the Bulldozer fam, because that's us. But anyway,
That's funny. Y'all do like the Bulls. It's cool.
you know what we do.
One thing about Natural Selection I like is
Positive and negative.
it definitely had a dance.
Black Dragon, White Rose.
It had a dance.
Imagine you DNA the circle.
I'm trying to say this. It had a dance culture, but it showed the hip hop culture and the art culture because
And the fashion.
they had like somebody selling shoes. who
Oh, you're talking
actually-
about Natural Selection.
Yeah, Natural Selection.
Yeah, dope, bro.
They
You
had
got
somebody
hip-
selling
you got
art.
hip-hop.
Shout out to Dig Urban Arts. Follow
You
him,
got
man.
clothes.
My homie Matthew
Yeah,
Diggins
so
out of VA.
It was like going through a time bomb.
Crazy graffiti work.
And that's what events should really be about. They should really promote the community. They should have
People were
community.
buying jerseys and wearing them.
Yeah, man.
That's what it. You know what I'm saying? Like that was. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nah, you good? Nah. They had art. Like people actually paint. And
Matt Diggums, follow him on social media. That was the artist there. He always has a lot of dope work.
And again,
out of
Raleigh
VA.
Rockers, I love you guys. I look forward to working with each and every one of you guys in the future. And nothing that I'm saying is against you guys. I feel like I always need to say that.
Disclaimer.
Nah, like they're a fan. Like they're
Yeah, straight out fans.
One thing I like
Beef
about
with
the
them,
Raleigh
beef with the hype
Rappers
things.
is they're very organized and they have a systematic event. When I say systematic, I mean like they actually have a crew that does everything behind the scenes, from the money count to the DJ to the MC to like everything.
Very
is
professional,
definitely very professional. Man. So yeah, and on top of that,
It's because they got a lot of Asians in
And
there.
they look out. They look out.
hey man,
The Asians look out.
They do though. They do.
the whole community, Raleigh, Chapel Hill, Durham, it's growing. And what I see is, actually, we're all different instruments. We all play different notes, but this whole area is becoming one instrument.
Those are instruments. Okay.
And I just feel like this area is really growing. And Raleigh Rockers from the GDUL events, hopefully, it expands out. Even Fayetteville, you know what I'm saying? Charlotte, everybody's.
You've been writing poetry lately, huh?
Nah, I just actually am an artist. So I know this stuff. But I just feel like
You've been real poetic lately.
this whole area, man, is becoming something different than we've had before, man.
Okay.
And, I just feel like-
What instrument? Piano?
Nah, it's just, I feel like dance, honestly, the saxophone. You got different notes. Saxophone.
Look at this man. It was ready for the cast.
I'm just saying, like,
Bro, hey, what you doing, man? Hey, you
watch
feeling?
Love Jones.
Sentimental mood?
Yeah,
You in a sentimental mood?
I ain't saying,
Hey, get out.
shout out to Skits and Havry, man.
They
Skits-
won natural selection. Shout out to the winners on that.
Skits.
Is a-
Street native. Hype fiends.
Skits is a person that deserves all style or open style. I don't care about that.
We gotta talk about that.
Yeah, we got to.
bro.
But
That's gonna be later, but
Half-breed is somebody also, man,
Styles is-
is a person that deserves to win.
There's people that battle.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm asking you this, and I'm not cutting you out.
I'm gonna be
that you
honest.
Don't battle.
I got you.
But
Hold on, before you say this,
Cause keep in mind, I made the top 8. Attack.
I feel like
I'm
some.
not knocking that.
Out of
I
32.
judge that.
I feel like
You
some
did though.
I know.
some judges that judge are not battlers,
Facts.
and that's the biggest problem I have with judging in period. Because I've seen people that on the brackets who judge that I would dog you. I mean, that's just facts. But I know you don't have that experience in battling. But because you know these people,
Now, see, that was part of the question I was going to ask you. Do you think it's fair as battlers for our showcases to be judged outside of our battling? Because
And
we're-
prelims?
Yeah, because when you say battle to us,
Yeah.
we're battling you.
Exactly.
We're
That's how
not
I think.
looking to showcase at all. We're battling. Those are the set different words from showcase and
Yeah.
battle.
it's on a judging showcase.
No, I'm saying,
For
is
a-
it fair for people who our mindset is battling? Like, we know how to showcase
Yeah.
because we're skilled. But
And we have footage of it.
yes, we do. So, do you think it's fair as people who have the mindset of understanding battling? Do you think it's fair to judge like people showcase rounds as not battles if they're being set up to battle?
Honestly, I feel like there shouldn't be a showcase if we're doing a battling tournament.
But that's prelims, so I get it.
But
I get what you're saying, but prelims
I've been to
help
events where I've
cover.
seen prelims and they've picked out of the group
Yeah.
Yeah.
who they wanted. They didn't have them battling.
Yeah.
Prelim, you go up, showcase. Boom, he goes up, showcase. Call the name, go up, showcase. Out of that group of A, one makes it out of A.
Because it doesn't make sense if you're showcasing, you're battling your opponent. It doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
And even to the mind of the dancer, they're battling you.
Yeah.
They're not thinking of, oh, wait a minute, let me showcase. So then the judges know that I'm
See,
saucing it.
and GUDL, which was understood by Rock, believe it or not. Shout out to Rock. He did so good that he made it out of prelims to GUDL is because when we said we're
It wasn't
doing
really that hard.
we're not
Now this is the champ talking about it. Was it that hard?
but what I'm saying
I was
is One thing I think, in my perspective as a battler, when you say you're doing a showcase battle, it's not just a person. It's two things. One, it helps for wild cards. So even if you lost your battle in the showcase, you might have beat somebody else who is trash in their battle. So you automatically beat that person. So it helps for wild cards. And the other thing for me is like when you. Rock did a good job because in Showcase he battled the atmosphere. We had everybody sit on one knee and they battled everybody around, and he acknowledged everybody in a battle tactic way. And I think that is the way you're supposed to do a battle showcase.
Is that the only vice to get you out of prelims?
Yes.
Because if that's
if you
the
do
case,
it that way,
if that's the case, it's corny.
I feel like this the way,
Because
but I'm saying the way
every person's gonna think, I gotta battle the crowd and the atmosphere.
This is what I'm saying. We need to get to where battling came from. And when you watch like Roman stuff, they didn't showcase to get to win their like the
showcase
the
how you fight first. And
no.
they fuck.
But that's what Gladiators did though.
Yeah.
They picked them based on.
Yeah, I know that.
Is it not battle?
And I feel like to me, showcasing dumbs down the battle aspect of it.
But I don't think it's the showcase. I think it's how we judge a showcase. Because let's say if it's a showcase preliminary round, right?
I don't think the showcase dumbs it down. I think how it's being perceived as a showcase battle. That's what dumbs down.
Because the reason why they don't count it as an actual battle, because that's just to get you in to compete.
But the reason why that messes up the flow is because you have showcase and you have battle. Those are two words that should never mix together. Because when you mix that together, then you get this what's happening.
Yeah, and that goes into semantics as well, because it's like if you have a time slot too. The reason why prelims happen is either you do prelims because you got 100 competitors, you want a top 16 or top 32, or you just cut the roster off at like 32 or whatever, right? Or you top the first 16. But you want people to come because it makes you money, and it also is good for the event, so everybody get a chance to make the money they win or the trophy. Right. So it's like, when you say showcase battle, it goes into you're still battling to be in the top 16. Even if you lose that battle, the way I would look at it is, it says 32 competitors, top 16, whatever. I'm going to say, okay, all these people who won their battle, they make it first. These people lost, but if they battled this person and that person beat that round, that's how they get into top 16.
Man, it really does depend on what the judges are looking for.
That's why we should have discussed with the promoters or whoever you choose to be the head judge how you want that to be done.
Well, I mean, do we really need for judges to talk about what they're looking for before?
I feel like they shouldn't. I feel like you shouldn't even talk about it because it puts people. Well,
sometimes yes, sometimes no.
I just feel like it gives people that corny scapegoat.
Yeah, like
I'm looking for this, so it's like, let me give that judge that so that I can woo with him. And I feel like it's weird.
That is weird.
Because I don't, for the life of me, I hate when people come into the judges and dance in front of us like they're battling us.
Yeah.
That is so weird.
That's super whack.
They're just like,
that's really weird.
You're battling him. Like, why are you?
There is ways to dance in front of a judge as part of your battles, but I don't think, like, if it was me and it was Native there, I would be getting off on a nigga and I would look at Native like, can I really kill this nigga? And bang, come back. Da-da-da.
I feel like you shouldn't. I feel like you shouldn't look at me at all unless
you shouldn't. But I would do that though. Even if I didn't know you, I would go to anybody.
I feel like the judges I feel like the judges should be flies on the wall because
they should be. Yeah, true.
I don't even feel like you should acknowledge that.
Unless you beefing with
like
the judge.
Before. I mean, that's completely different. But if you're like acknowledging him out of respect, like, you know, thank you for judging, cool. But in midst of the battle, I don't feel like the judge needs to be acknowledged. You know he's the judge. He or she.
And one thing is make sure that the judges y'all put for the open styles, all styles, have knowledge of different styles.
They gotta be masters of it.
But and music, please. Let's have different music too. Yeah. Let's get all the music.
Different music does not mean keep playing dubstep and house tracks and b-boy tracks. That's what we mean. Stop playing house and b-boy.
Which I do respect natural selection.
I do respect.
They did play crump.
They did play crump tracks. They did
respect that.
But stop playing. For me, stop playing disco. Stop. There's other styles other than housing, voguing, b-boy, and whacking. Like,
we got 4.
Was it 4?
It was like 4 of them. It's like a good, decent 4.
In the battle or overall?
It's like a good, decent 4.
I heard like 1.5.
That's why I was like, okay, that's crump.
Okay.
I'm like, I know that beat pattern. I know that FL Studio pattern. But that's
overall,
that's just my take.
that's not just natural selection. That's like all events in general. And some of these problems just happen at natural selection. They're not even problems. Some of our preferences happen at natural selection that happen at other battles. It was still a dope event. It was nothing Raleigh Rockers could have did differently to make it better, in my opinion, for what it was. It was a great event.
100% success. Regardless if anybody has an opinion, it's still a success. And it made the Raleigh Rockers even that much more legendary. So, it never takes away to have an opinion, but it just keep doing what y'all doing, because it's for the culture, and it's definitely something that you guys are promoting as far as positivity. So I appreciate it.
You definitely get the bullpen. You're valid. You're definitely valid. Your event is valid. Congratulations.